PokeRamble Podcast.
With 1 week to the Crown Tundra, we've got lots to talk about. We'll be talking mostly about Pokemon Go and Pokemon Masters, what's happening, where's the Battle Villa going, and some Spooktacular sync pairs. Welcome to episode 20 of the PokeRamble Podcast. I'm your host Kamal, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, the Battle Frontier Brain himself, Amit. How is it going, my friend?
I'm good. Welcome to episode Raticate.
Now, why is Raticate a significant Pokemon in the first game and in sort of anime history?
Because you murder it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
We talked about that in Unown Fact of the Week, right? Is that you're responsible for Blue's Raticate's death.
We did indeed, but I thought I'd give a fresh reminder to all the people out there.
We started real spooky, didn't we?
Well, yeah, the Pokemon world is no joke. All right, you gotta have a lot of guts to take part in it.
It's no joke, but Mr. Mime does exist.
Oh, why? Just why? You know, why? But yeah, that's just a introduction. So how goes it? What's new?
I'm good. I made it to Cerulean City in Let's Go Eevee.
Very good, very good.
And then I went into the Pokemon Center, and this guy was like, "Here's the most powerful moves in the world for your Eevee," and I was like, "Sure, sounds good."
Oh bloody yeah! You get quite a few of them as you go along.
Yeah, so I got a fire, electric, and water type move.
Already, you got 3.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Is that I have no idea whether that's
so
like
Pikachu got like 1, and then you go to another Pokemon Center, you get another 1, and then like a few centers later, you get another 1. So you're already steamrolling.
Yeah, they were like, "Here, have all these moves for free."
Was it like Sizzly Slide and whatnot?
Yeah, so it was like Sizzling Slide and Sparky something, and there was a water one as well.
Yeah,
it was like bubbly beam or something.
Brock's just looking at you like, "Am I a joke to you?"
Like, I wish I could have had those moves for Brock. I mean, to be fair, Eevee learns double kick, so Brock wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
but yeah, otherwise Brock would have been a bit of a pain.
Me turning up with my flying Pikachu, you know, just wrecking every grass type out there. Nice. Very good, very good. But yeah, how's the week been? Well, last week, I guess.
Yeah, it's been a busy week, and apologies that we couldn't do the podcast last night. But no, back today, and we'll make up for lost ground by being extra awesome.
I don't know if I can commit to that. I'm just always awesome, you know.
You just have 1 level.
yeah. I've only got 1 setting, and that's just awesome.
Nice.
My week's been alright. 1 week to the Crown Tundra stuff, and I can't be any more excited than I am right now. In fact, 4 days.
Actually, we had a pretty fun midweek stream at 3 a.m. for no reason.
Yeah,
that was cool. We were looking for Diglett, and we were talking about the Isle of Armor, and that was fun.
Giving away Pokemon to the people out there. Isle of Armor.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Mr. Santa Claus coming up 2 months early.
Yeah. Oh god, we need to think about what we're doing for Christmas, because last year I did about 7 hours for Christmas, giving away ice type Pokemon. I probably will look for like Isle of Armor / Crown Tundra Pokemon that are sort of Christmassy and sort of focus on those to give away. I might give away those shinies that I received because I'm never going to use them. And I've asked a few of my friends, and they don't really want them, so I might give them away that way. But yeah, that's for Christmas. We've got a couple of months till then, but that's nothing I'm very excited about. But yeah, hype levels for Crown Tundra, what's it at the moment?
Oh, super excited! Cannot wait. Friday is booked off work. Let's do it.
Oh, so lucky. I mean, I was going to do it, and I thought, you know what, I've got the entire weekend, and I'll take the Monday and Tuesday off. But
yeah, know what will happen, right? It's like I've got Friday off, and then
it'll drop like 3 p.m. or something. Yeah, like it did for the Isle of Armor. Like no one knew what time that was actually dropping, which was actually really confusing. So hopefully they're a bit better about it this time. I was going to take the Monday and Tuesday off for the following week, but my boss was like, "Oh, we need people in. Like it's all hands on deck," and I was like, "You know what? I'll commit to that." So I've got the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday after that. So I'll be doing a lot of these sort of like Dynamax dungeons and whatnot. Hopefully, if I haven't already done it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to stream a couple of those together, right?
I'm down for that. It sounds good. That sounds fun. Actually, this sounds like great content. Maybe I need to think about putting together a sort of overlay I might
Yeah,
get
maybe
some
we can. I
assistance.
don't know how many of the rest of the Kind of Funny community do Sword and Shield, but if you can find 2 other people, let's do a raid party.
Oh, that's a very good idea. Actually, I think I know one person. It just depends whether or not they get through the Isle of Armor content beforehand.
You don't need to. That you can start Crown Tundra
I
before you
think
start.
it's a requirement. It would be strange if it's
I remember them
not.
saying it definitively wasn't.
Okay, I would say check on that for corrections, but we're not going to be here next week because we're taking a break for the Crown Tundra. And the following episode is going to be a sort of review episode for that. But yeah, the whole reason why I thought it would have been mandatory is because of the whole sort of Isle of Armor sort of preparing you. It was supposed to be something to prepare you for the Crown Tundra, and then also you have Mustard, who's a Isle of Armor person that already knows you, turning up in the Crown Tundra stuff. So we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
There's no reason why not to do the Isle of Armor beforehand. You've got a week, so go for it. But yeah, whilst you're googling that, I think I should go into my little section called Pokemon. Not Pokemon Go of the week. What's Pokemon going on? Let's put the section theme. Oh my god, everything's going wrong. I can't believe this. I've had an extra day to prepare.
What happened to awesome is my only level?
Awesome is awesomely bad. Hang on. There we go. Yep, it's Pokemon What's Going On. What's Pokemon going on? Oh no! Anyway. So yeah, we got a new addition to Pokemon Go, and that's 12km eggs. Because if you couldn't walk through a pandemic right now, why not add eggs that require you to walk even further to hatch? So there we are. We've got 12k eggs. They feature Pokemon
Have they fixed the bug where you can just put it on the table, put a tin can over it, and it just walks for you?
Oh, you can still do that as well.
No, that's all right. That's fine.
So you can get Pokemon such as Larvitar, Scraggy, Trubbish, and Vullaby. But these only drop from Rocket Leaders, these 12km eggs. So you've got to make sure you've got space in your bag, number one. And number two, you have to fight a Rocket Leader for a chance of getting one of these eggs. So just something to note there. There was an event that was making it 1/4 distance, but now it's back to full, I think. So have fun hatching those. I think apart from Vullaby, there's not really any reason to really hatch these eggs at the moment. Apart from that, bear with me 1 second. Niantic announced a new event called the Catch Mystery. So for October 25th from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m, you'll have some time research that gives Mega Gengar energy. And yeah, that's that. Pokemon Go has adjusted some Mega Evolution elements. So this basically means that Mega Evolutions will now last for 8 hours. This is from 4 hours. And you can now hold 2,000 of species Mega Energy at any time. And that's up from 999. So pretty good. And we've got a Pokemon Halloween event happening soon. I think it's on the 23rd. Oh, all my images are out of whack. There we go.
It's all right.
There we are.
Spooky Gengar.
Yeah, a very, very funny looking Gengar, actually. If you notice it. It looks a bit like Shuppet. Well, he's cosplaying as a Shuppet with all the little zips and whatnot. You've got a Sableye as well with a Litwick head. You've got Galarian Yamask that's going to be appearing, which is really, really cool. I'm very happy with that. And you've also got Spiritomb, which is like a staple for every Halloween. You sort of get this research to get Spiritomb. It's going to be appearing, and this time round you can get its shiny form. And what color do you think its shiny form is?
Is it blue?
I think it's cyan. Yeah, that's what I remember it being cyan.
By the way, just you say Shuppet, you mean Mega Bayonet, right?
Sorry, Bayonet. Yeah, of course.
It's really specifically it's Mega Bayonet because of all the pink.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
That's where the pink.
I was wondering where that was coming from. Yeah.
When Bayonet Mega evolves, it zips all open and there's all like pink legs and pink arms, and that's where that's coming from.
So
cool design. It's also got a pin in its head because of curse.
Oh my God, look at you with all these little references you're picking up on. Yeah, this literally just dropped today.
Good design work,
I had to scramble to put this in the documents and whatnot, literally an hour ago. So yeah, I don't know where this image
and also I love the
and
Sableye
stuff.
design as well.
I don't know where this image and stuff comes from, but no credit to these people. I just found it on one of my Pokemon Go groups, and they posted it there. But yeah, I think Sableye especially, it's got such a simplistic design, but it looks so good.
Yeah, Litwick on his head is really cute.
People are gonna want to sort of get these Pokemon because they can be shiny as well. So I will be going out trying to do a couple of raids at the library and get back home as soon as possible. But yeah, pretty cool. As I said, Galarian Yamask is going to be appearing for the first time.
First Galarian Pokemon. Cool.
We've had Meowth before.
Never mind.
Yep. But yeah, no, it's a very cool Galarian Pokemon to sort of debut quite early. I would have thought it would have been the last ones they would have debuted, but it's nice to get it over and done with, I guess, especially because it's Halloween. They've got an excuse to bring it out. There's exclusive time research for trainers who complete the Mega Buddy Challenge. I'm not too sure what the Mega Buddy Challenge is, but I'm sure we'll find out in due course.
The Mega Buddy Challenge is you have to have a Pokemon friend, start a podcast with them, and do 20 episodes.
Nailed it. And this will reward you Mega Gengar energy. Now, what really concerns me is if this time research is paid, it might mean that Mega Gengar energies behind a paywall, but I think it might be in raids as well, so people might be fine. Apart from that, you get new items in the store, so Pikachu mask, Gengar onesie, Sableye goggles, and more. There'll be 2x catch and transfer candy, so that's actually pretty cool. Darkrai will be in 5-star raids, and I think it will have Dark Void this time, so an incentive to get Darkrai is probably the best type in the game, dark type Pokemon in the game. And lastly, you'll be getting Alolan Marowak Raid Day on October 31st. And what's really wild about Alolan Marowak Raid Day is this came out in a data mine so long ago, and Niantic actually had announced the event, I think, back in February. But then subsequently, this was a mistake and they cancelled it. So it was really weird, really weird. But yeah, some cool things happening.
I like Alolan Marowak. It's a cool, like the Ghost Fire typing.
Oh yeah, cool. The fact that the bones are on fire, that's really cool. Really cool.
Both Ghost Fire types are super aggressive.
Yeah. Well, people use it defensively as well, if you remember. Well, in singles anyway, they used it. They used defensive Alolan Marowak, which is quite unique.
Chandelure is also super aggressive.
Dude, no one wants to switch into a overheat Chandelure. No one does. The other thing I liked about Chandelure is like everyone was using Heatran, just like switching to Chandelure. What now? I have now got Flash Fire.
Will that Gengar be able to Mega Evolve?
I think it will, but the costume won't be retained, if that makes sense. It'll revert back to costume, but when you Mega Evolve,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that applied to another Pokemon. I think it was the Hat Charizard and whatever.
I'm assuming that Sableye will be the same when it gets its Mega Evolution as well.
Yes,
that's a shame. It would be cool if it didn't, but I can understand from a development perspective.
Yeah, that'd be too much work, wouldn't it? I guess the other thing to say is Mega Venusaur is announced to be leaving Mega Raids, which is actually a welcome addition because like too many Mega Pokemon are in the pool already. I think there's 7 for one egg, so it's kind of crazy. But they say from November you'll be able to gain Mega Energy by walking your buddy. If it's a species you've previously Mega Evolved. So a new way to get Mega Energy is also welcome, and I know there's a couple of other ways they're sort of working on at the moment to get Mega Energy. So yeah, cool times.
Yeah, no, we were talking about, I think when it first was announced, the mechanics for Mega Evolution, that it was tricky to try and work out how to get enough Mega Evolution reliably. So good that they've listened to people and added more ways.
Yeah, and I think there'll be research, more field tasks and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, good times.
Yeah.
But without further ado, I'm on to my next topic. And actually, quickly before we talk about Pokemon Masters, I will give Niantic a shout out because on Charmander Community Day, they did special research for everybody to get more Mega Candy for Charizard. So I think you got roughly about 195 to 200 Mega Energy from doing these sort of tasks, which were very simple. So good guy Niantic for doing that. So yeah, a little praise there. But yeah, this is the section of the show called So You Want to Be a Pokemon Masters. And from saying good job to Niantic, it's what is happening, DNA?
So what a perfect segue.
What's happening, buddy?
So I mean, we've talked on the podcast before about the stamina system. We've talked about some of the challenges with Pokemon Masters, and the game's just in a slow descent at the moment. I mean, it's a real shame. But the community is outraged. You look at Reddit, you look at Twitter, and everyone is complaining about the state of the game, the lack of content, the clunky stamina system, and it's a real shame. It's a game that I still have a lot of affection for certainly from like a content perspective, in that the story's really well done and the artwork's really good.
Do you like the type of content you're getting?
Yeah, it's just. But I agree with people. There's just not enough content, and it sucks that even when there is content, I can't play it because I'm gated behind stamina. So we're in a process at the moment of limbo where I'm actively watching the subscriber count on Reddit go down by about 1,000 people per day, where I'm sure lots of people are uninstalling the game and leaving, and it's sad. It's not fun, and I hope that somewhere out there, and DNA have said that they heard our feedback and are going to come back to us with changes, but I think the upcoming November update is going to be a huge make or break for a lot of the core players in the game.
I think the update itself probably won't be, but I think the messaging from the update is probably what we're looking for.
Yeah, assuming that there is going to be a what do they call it? Like a message from message from DNA.
Yeah. I can't remember the specific term they use, but yeah, it's just
assuming that there'll be
it's
one
just
of
like
those.
a volume X message or whatever. Yeah.
The other thing that I saw on Reddit today, which blew my mind, is someone had got screenshots of the login bonuses from the Rosa event, which was Christmas last year, and the New Year event, where people were getting
3,000
between 1,000 to 300, even 300 at the lowest gems a day.
Yeah.
And then up to 1,000 gems per day just for logging in. You compare that to the state of the game now, where you're lucky to get 100 gems per day for logging in.
I do want to say though, I mean, it's one thing to give someone something for a holiday, but you can't just compare it to something like now, which is your day to day sort of thing.
No, I think that's fair enough. But what it really does highlight, and you look at the anniversary event as well, where although there are lots and lots of gems, and I think for a lot of people that was really fun. The state that we've reverted back to now is just so dry that I think for a lot of people there's just not enough happening. What's the point of playing a gacha game where you can't pull?
Talking about gems and not having content to play, what's happening to the Battle Villa?
Yeah, so this season of the Battle Villa is going to be the last season, and from next month the Battle Villa is going to be, we understand, revamped. Whether that will include new battles and stuff, we don't know, but it will now run once a month for 2 weeks rather than rather than twice a month.
So it's not consecutive, it's just
yeah, and the big thing that people pointed out immediately as well, does that mean we're going to get half the number of gems? And DNA came back and said, no, you're not going to get half the number of gems, you're just going to get 1,600 less. So almost half. It's about 55%.
No, you're not going to get half the amount of gems, but you'll get
slightly
half the amount of gems you used to get.
In their message to the community, they promised that you would still get just as many gems and they'd be redistributed.
Well, gems is not even the problem. It's the other items that are tied to the Battle Villa, which are the cookies.
It's going to be interesting to see how
what skill your character gets. It's going to be difficult to sort of get some of your characters the ideal sort of lucky skill that you want it to get. Lucky for me that I've got most of the main characters that I need all luckied up, but for people like you who are still a bit behind, it's going to be a bit difficult.
Today was a good day for lucky cookies for me. I got unbending on my Grimsley, which was incredible, from a bronze cookie, and I was real thrilled about that.
Yeah. I was going to say, because it's not the ideal one you want to get for him, but If it's just for a
it
bronze
absolutely
cookie,
is, because his trainer move lowers his defense by 3 stages. So now I don't have to worry about that.
So what I will say is you don't really need to focus on his defense at all, because you don't want him taking hits in the first place.
Yeah, except in my infinite wisdom, I'm trying to complete Champion Stadium with just 5 Pokemon.
That's not going to happen for Sharpedo. I'll guarantee you that right now.
No, not Sharpedo. Regular Grimsley.
Oh,
Liepard.
regular Grim. Oh, okay.
That's why the defense. That's why Unbending is so good. Because his trainer move puts you to -6 defense.
Mm-hmm.
So not getting -6 defense and then being able to steal more defense from the opponent is obviously super helpful.
Okay, no, I get it. I'm with you now.
But I'm just holding on to every cookie I have in the hope that I may get Signasu Blue before he leaves. But now that the Battle Villa gems aren't going to be around, and it's looking like we're not going to get our gems for this Battle Villa season until mid-November now.
Oh,
so that's another 1,800 gems I'm not going to be able to get. So it's possibly looking like I won't be able to get another chance to pull blue, which is real sad.
I will say I'm a bit happy that I'm not going to have to do the Villa for next month or for the next 20 days, because what we have. We've got the Crown Tundra, so that's going to keep us distracted for a while. So
yeah, it is weird to me though that like they're going to redo the Battle Villa, but they're not going to make it a whole month long, and they're not going to make it like 60 battles long. It's just going to be the same number of battles, we think.
Well, that's the thing. You can easily at least clear half of it, if not all of it, in one day. So,
but realistically, what that means is that manual battles, I'm going to be doing 5 a week. Champion Stadium. Oh, I guess I'll do my 2 Battle Villa co-op. Is Battle Villa co-op going to disappear?
I forgot all about that.
All these. Well, that's the only daily source of cookies. So, DNA, stop breaking our lovely game. Just give us more content. Don't take content away. Just add more content.
Well, talking of content, they've added these 2 sync pairs, these 2 seasonal sync pairs.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
They're cool designs, right?
Were you expecting me to say it back?
No, they're cool designs, right? So you've got.
I love them. I love them to absolute bits, and I think there's been some sort of like tear down the middle of how people feel about these designs, but I absolutely love them.
I really like Acerola in the Mimikyu outfit, and Mimikyu's like a signature in the anime as well. So I feel like it was meant to be for them to be together.
Yeah, and
then you have furry wolf boy Hilbert.
Yeah, Wolf Boy. I don't even call him furry because he's actually wearing a shirt and a suit, and it's just the gloves maybe and the hat.
But, furries can wear clothes, right?
Yeah, I don't think they technically do they? I don't want to go down this path. It's not my expertise, and I don't want to offend anybody. So,
all right, fair.
But yeah, no, really cool designs. And of the 2, if you had to pick, who do you choose? Not design wise, I mean like in terms of character wise,
as in not on design, purely on usability.
Well, give me one of each. Go on.
So design wise, I would pick Acerola without a doubt, and then for actual use, I would pick Maitiana and Hilbert, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. So just quickly, there's a Fright or Fight event. Is that what it's called? Fright or Fight?
Fright or Fight.
Yeah.
So either you get scared or you have to battle.
Yeah, so that's what it's called. So yeah, there's that event going on at the moment. Really cool story event. And yeah, as we said, you can pull one of these 2 sync pairs, and I thought we'll just quickly talk about each one. Shall we?
Yeah, so let's start with Acerola and Mimikyu. Really interesting sync pair in that it's running off confusion synergy. So the idea is that you confuse your opponent as quickly as possible, and then you get damage multipliers off the back of that. It's a tech pair, so much more about disrupting than it is about pure damage. And it's got a reasonable stat distribution as well. But the thing that makes it a little more tricky to use is that, like Mimikyu in VGC, it has its disguised form and then its busted form. So it does get some.
Let's talk about its passives first, then.
Yep.
So you got Critic Confuse 9, which leaves the target confused if the user lands a critical hit. You got Opportunistic 9, which lowers the target's defense when the attack is. I've become like a cassette, like a broken cassette. That's
It's okay, you got
successful
this.
against a confused opponent. And then you've got Disguise, which...
Yeah,
Wait.
protects the Pokemon from damage from a single attack move, which
Yep.
is probably going to end up being a sync move. And then after the passive takes effect, it shifts from disguise form to busted form.
So why is that significant in relation to Mimikyu?
I mean, it's the classic Mimikyu. It's the classic thing to happen to Mimikyu, but it does go through I think a little stat change. So it is worth bearing in mind that when that happens, you do take a couple of. I think you take a small stat reduction to your speed. I'm just looking it up because I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think whilst you look that up, the moves for it are Shadow Claw, and the thing to remember, Shadow Claw is critical hits land more easily, so that'll help you with Critic Confuse. You've got Shadow Sneak as well as your 3-bar move. You've got
Shadow Sneak is a quick move, so it doesn't use any.
Is it a quick move? It's not. Are you sure?
It's 3 uses.
Oh, okay.
And you,
okay, that makes sense.
So you can only use it's like Aqua Jet. You can use it 3 times, but it doesn't cost you any move gauge.
Cool. So you've got Shadow Sneak then. Sorry, I thought it was 3 bars, but it's 3 use.
3 use.
You've got Boo, which is the trainer move, which sharply uses the Razor attack. When in disguised form, it also raises the user's critical hit. When in busted form, it raises the user's defense and special defense. And then it has the classic old move, which our buddy Morty has, Phantom Force. So that's
again 3 uses. So you're probably using Shadow Claw most of the time with Mimikyu.
Yeah. And then it's Sync move. It's Trick or Treat Shadow Claw. So its power increases if your target's confused. So if you're using your trainer move twice, then you're pretty much guaranteed that your opponent's going to be confused, and your attack's going to do a lot of damage. Sync Grid. You've got something called Stop Hitting Yourself 5, which is actually pretty funny. Which raises the chance of the opponent raises the chance that the opponent will attack themselves. And the other sort of things in the Sync Grid is like Power Flux 5, Fuzzy Strike 5, which is like a sync nuke essentially if your opponent's confused. Yeah, not really much there to talk about, I think, for Mimikyu.
There's not a huge amount going on.
No.
You confuse and then you just attack as quickly as you can.
And how about Hilbert and Maitiana? What's its sort of passives and its moveset?
Yeah, so Hilbert and Maitiana is a strike pair. And I'm just pulling up his passives. But it's a much stronger pair than Acerola and Mimikyu, and I think one that has some real potential to be arguably one of the best physical dark pairs in the game. It's got a really nice high attack stat of 350. Has access to Crunch, so it's a powerful 3-bar dark type move with a chance of lowering defense. X attack, which boosts attack. Double Edge, which does 25% recoil damage, and also Roar, which is the trainer move, which sharply raises the user's speed and radically raises the user speed if it's affected by a status condition. And it sharply raises crit rate, and in exchange lowers the user's defense and special defense. So big power boost, but does have that compensation in the defense drop. And its sync move actually raises the user's critical hit rate. So
like
Light Crunch. Yeah, like Charizard, raises the user's critical hit rate. And as passives, it has Carry On 1, which raises the user's attack each time another Pokemon on the field faints. Spur on 4, which charges the user's move gauge by 4 each time a Pokemon on the field faints. So really good way to keep the move gauge running if you're KOing nice and quickly. And Dark Shift, which changes normal type moves into dark type moves. So really helpful for Double Edge, which then becomes a dark type move.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I think if I remember correctly, Dragonite's got Dragon Shift, so I think that's why the Hyper Beam is a Dragon type move.
Yeah, I mean the thing that's really helpful about Hilbert and Maitiana is it's pretty self-sufficient, so it doesn't actually need much support. It's got access to boost its own attack, boost its own speed, boost its crit, and then just do damage.
And should we talk about the Sync Grid, where there's a crazy lot of good things in there?
Yeah, I mean obviously the most important thing for Double Edge is Stand Fast 5. But do you want to talk through the rest of the grid?
So yeah, you got 2 of them in that grid, which is really nice. You've also got Double Edge move gauge refresh. So helping you do more and more damage constantly. It's got insult to injury, where if your opponent's got less defense, you do more damage, which sounds very basic, but it does more. It multiplies that basically. There's crunch on a roll, so if you're using crunch instead of double edge, it raises the chance of lowering stat values to the opponent. So that works really well with insult to injury. It's got ramming speed, which means if your Pokemon's fast, the faster it is, the more damage it'll do. It's got move gauge refresh for crunch ×2, so you've got higher chances of getting more sort of move gauge back. And you've got Haymaker, so making it a dark type sync nuke, essentially. So very, 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 very good compared to its counterpart. But hey, what it lacks in design, which it doesn't lack that much, but compared to Acerola, it makes up for in his actual sort of usability.
It definitely does.
Yeah, so it's a surprisingly good pair, and I don't know why I should say surprisingly, because actually Steven from the last sort of lot was actually really good as well. So yeah, Ice type Steven, Summersuit Steven was really cool. Yeah, so I'm surprised, but shouldn't be surprised. But they're really good, really, really good.
If you have gems somehow, I don't know how you would, go pull for Hilbert.
Yeah, I mean, I did pull daily discount on Hilbert and Acerola. Hilbert, no luck. Acerola, I got a 5-star, but it ended up being blue. But at least at 5 out of 5 is blue, so yeah. But that's it for Pokemon Masters, unless you've got anything you wish to discuss.
No, I don't think so.
And with that, we move on. Oh, I forgot to say there's a Cobalion rerun, so if you haven't done it, you can do it again. But hey, what's your order?
1 Tapu Koko to Go-Go, please.
Boom! We've got stuff on screen. So, Pokemon Cath Mix to host a special Halloween event, including special decor, a new themed offering, and a new team event, which provides the Pokemon. I was hoping you'd finish off there. Mimikyu. Of course it's Mimikyu.
Of course it is. Getting lots of coverage.
Yeah, it's there. Look at the little Mimikyu dessert and whatnot. So yeah, very, very, very cool Pokemon.
The Halloween design for the cafe is really cool. I had a good look at it, like the actual screenshots and stuff. It looks really cool.
That's awesome. I do like how they pay attention in the mobile games for like decorations and stuff for Halloween and sort of Christmas events and whatnot. It's really cool.
Are you looking, DNA?
Hey, the Pokemon Center was popping off during the anniversary. Come on, dude.
It was, it's true.
But apart from that, guess who else are you getting?
We've got Hattrem already, haven't we?
Yeah, but who else are you getting?
I don't know.
Boom. Beware.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so that's coming with new regular orders on the 21st.
Is that a Score Bunny sub?
Yeah, looks like it.
But it's got whipped cream and strawberries in. Why would you put whipped cream and strawberries in a sub roll?
Hey, we're not cultured enough to know that.
No, clearly.
Yeah. It might be Italian or something.
Shout out to Beware.
Yeah, it's very, very, very lovable. And yeah, the other thing to say, you mentioned Hattrem. With Hattrem came a new challenge card, which I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing if you do stuff, you get stuff. So, hey, there's a challenge card there.
Summary of all video games ever. Apart from Pokemon Masters, where you do stuff and get nothing.
Yeah. Well, come on, buddy.
What?
Come on, buddy. All right, we're moving on. TCG. Yes, 1, 2, 3. So, do you remember a couple of weeks ago we talked about a Pokemon Center opening up in Kanazawa?
We did.
It's opening on November 20th, and to celebrate it, guess what they're doing?
Promotional Pokemon cards.
Exactly, yeah. They're making a commemorative box, which will be about £40 or £30-40, or 4,640 yen. And you're getting these cool cards. So, you've got a Kanazawa Pikachu with all the decor. As you can tell, it's a female Pikachu by the tail. You're getting a Milotic card, which is a card already in the format, but with new art. which is really, really cool. There's Starry Sky. You've got a pagoda-looking Pokemon Center in the background, and you've got Milotic there. And if you remember, Milotic's the sort of what do you call it? Not the commemorative Pokemon. Not banner Pokemon.
It's the theme of the
yeah, it's the mascot Pokemon. That's the word I was looking for. And then you've also got Sobble for no reason there. I guess it's because it's a water type, but yeah, Sobble's also there. So yeah, very cool.
Did we ever talk about the fact that the Pokemon Company have a partnership with the UK's Football Association?
Yes, we did. And
did we show those cards off?
No.
They're very cool.
I'll get a few of them together. I'm just a bit disappointed because I would have bought them, but during sort of the situation we're in, I'm very reluctant to sort of travel and go into the high street. Because you
also just can't get the cards on their own. You have to actually buy £15 worth of Pokemon merch.
I would have been happy to do that, to be honest with you.
But you'd have to do that. You only get one card for that, so you'd have had to spend to get all 6. You'd have had to spend £90.
That's fine. I mean, I wouldn't have got all 6. I probably would have only got the Pikachu, the Eevee, and maybe the Score Bunny, perhaps.
The Grookey one's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Grookey's the one at the moment, isn't it? The current one, Grookey.
Yeah, Grookey on the ball.
I think when they finish it, we'll have a look and we can maybe rank them by which card's the best.
Sounds good.
But yeah, they're not going to top these cards, that is for sure. Now let us move on to the next bit, which I need to ask you actually. We're getting a Coco card. Well, I say we.
Oh.
In Japan, people who have gone to watch the movie or going to watch the movie will get a Coco card. Now, is this the first time a human trainer is actually a Pokemon?
It is strange to me that the human is the prominent feature of that card. I mean, wait, the card's called Coco?
Yeah, the card's called Coco. It's grass type. It's got 90 HP. It's classed as a basic Pokemon, they say. So its first attack is Call of the Forest, so it uses a colorless energy. Search your deck for a grass type Pokemon, reveal it and put it in your hand and then shuffle your deck. Its attack is grass colorless, and it's called Tarzan Kick. It does 120 damage, and flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing.
Wait, they called it Tarzan Kick?
Yeah.
Is that not copyright?
I don't know. I didn't translate it. This is from PokeBeach, but someone else translated it for them. But yeah, that's very surprising, isn't it? I was like, what? Are they doing this? Because I would have thought it would be the Zarus in the background they're going to focus on, but the prominent art being of Coco. But no, it's a Coco Pokemon card. I guess maybe it plays
I am having to go very specifically into TCG knowledge here, but it's actually the third Pokemon card ever to not have a Pokemon on it but be classified as a Pokemon card.
Oh, damn. Do you know what the other two are off the top of your head, or is that something we'll come back to in a couple of weeks?
I think that Buried Fossil was one.
Okay.
Which obviously evolves into the fossil type Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing from base set, the fossil in that as well. Because you would play the fossil it had 10 hit points and you would play that. I'm guessing
this
that's
is the first sort of human to feature as a Pokemon, I guess then. And I guess maybe it's to do with, I don't know any of the details about the movie or whatnot, but I guess from the trailers and you seeing him swinging there, and the fact they call it Tarzan Kick, maybe he grew up with the Zarude and probably thinks that, or considers himself one with the sort of pack.
So this is going to be like a whole Jungle Book Mowgli thing where...
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, I guess that's the only way I can make sense of it. So yeah, maybe. But unless you've got any other TC...
It's very strange that like we're getting so much of the collateral and other things that surround the movie before the movie. Because obviously all of this stuff, I'm assuming, had been scheduled to happen.
I guess it was scheduled to happen before summer. Before the movie launched, I guess to sort of drum up interest in the movie and give people more reasons to actually go to the cinema and watch the movie. But yeah, it's not too strange that we're getting this now before the movie, but it's just sad that the movie's so far away, especially for the West. We have no idea when that's coming. I'm hoping the DVD is accelerated somehow. I don't know.
Well, you watch it.
I'll watch it when I can buy it, and that's all I'll say. So should we move on?
Yeah, but you'll watch it subbed before dub, right?
if I can get a physical copy that's got subtitles on it, yes.
Fair enough.
Wink.
There's like Crunchyroll and places like that.
No, I mean it'll be very rare. I think because we got the Mewtwo Strikes Back movie with Netflix, we might be lucky if they decide to go that route, because a lot of films in terms of Hollywood stuff is just pushing to next year, because they're not going to release it in a half sort of packed cinema, or even if that quarter packed cinema. They
of course.
Want big numbers. And the thing is to remember with Pokemon films is we had such a dry run with Pokemon films being in the cinemas. A lot of them just went either to Cartoon Network in the UK or came to DVD. That's the only way you were watching
shout
them.
out to, what was it, Black and White, that just didn't even exist in the UK.
Yeah, so only recently we've been getting these movies in the UK. So we have no idea how this is going to be releasing, but hey, we're here for the journey.
Although they are being rotated on Pokemon TV for free. So if you want to watch them, that's always a good place to go.
Which is nice. I welcome our digital age.
They had the Power of the Unknown on recently.
Cool. That's it. That's all I've got. Should we move on?
Let's move on.
This is a section called "Can You Believe the Crown Tundra is 1 week away?" And that's the best I've got.
Wait, I'll think of a better name by the end of the section, but you go ahead.
Pokenchi, which is like a Japanese Pokemon show that airs every Sunday, had more information about the Crown Tundra. Would you Adam and Eve it? Okay, so basically, to get legendary Pokemon in the Dynamax Adventures, players will have to face off against 3 Dynamax Pokemon beforehand. So it's probably slowly building you up to face the final boss, these 3 Dynamax Pokemon. And I'm quite happy that it's not sort of like a million Pokemon and making you sort of run out of PP, run out of health, and when you get to the legendary, you've got no chance. Because as you might know, damage received from previous stages and PP carries over to the next battles. So you're gonna have to play it a bit smart. So you can't be using close combat constantly, is what I'll say.
Well, your stat changes don't carry over, so
no. But I mean, you've only got 5 PP for it.
Yeah, but I would have guessed that not all the Pokemon are the same type, so you don't have to worry about weakness.
No,
like because you'd only use close combat if it's a super effective.
The point stands that you have to be careful with your PP preservation. All right, kids.
Right. Guys, look after your PP.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
You set it up, don't look at me.
Oh god. This is embarrassing. So after defeating each Dynamax Pokemon, they have a chance on which way you want to go. So we've seen that in screenshots before you get to the final Pokemon. Players can find characters, whatever that means, and berries on the paths that can heal you. So maybe you see a Marnie cheering you on, like in raid battles you have like the cheer on option when you faint, for example, and that can sometimes
reminds me of the battle pike where you had to go through 7 rooms, and sometimes you get a battle, and then in some rooms people would heal you.
Yeah. So maybe it's like that then, which would be really cool. And this is the interesting bit I wanted to get to is players can guarantee a capture, which is really nice, of a legendary Pokemon they face. But what's the caveat to this? Do you know?
Is it only the first time?
Only the first time. You couldn't catch the Pokemon once, actually. So let's say you get Lugia, that's Lugia gone for you. No more Lugia for you.
Oh, really?
That's what I take from this, yes.
What if I...
Hang on a minute, but you can only capture one of each. So perhaps you might be right in the fact that you battle the Pokemon, but you can only capture it one time, and the rest of the time we'll just run, or whatever.
Lame.
But I guess you don't want to break the economy of legendary Pokemon.
No, and I guess like now that there's a way to make every single Pokemon competitively viable, you don't have to soft reset for the perfect one. But I'm assuming you can't. Assuming that like these raid battles require you to save before starting or whatever, it's gonna suck if you can't like soft reset for the perfect one. And I'm assuming they'll be shiny locked, so you can't get shinies. But if they can get a shiny,
then oh my god, don't do this.
Like, can you imagine having to do like 40 raids to even, well, it won't even be 40. It'll be like 1,000 raids to try and get a shiny one.
Oh my god. Dude, could you? Oh my god.
Because you can get shiny versions of the legendaries in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon when you
wormholes,
go
isn't
through
it?
the Ultra Wormhole.
Yeah.
And look, the mechanics aren't fundamentally different. You get one chance of catching it, you catch it, you move on.
Mhm.
You just have a bit more to do beforehand. So yeah, if they're not shiny logged and you can get shiny ones, oh boy. Also expect like all of those to be hacked within the first
I
week.
am so glad I'm working, just so someone can like confirm that on the internet. You're my go-to guy anyway. I'll let you confirm that for me.
No worries.
You'll find out about it. I know you. But yeah, that's all I've got. Do you want to move on?
Go for it.
This is a section of the show we like to call merch to do about nothing. The first thing I've got to show you is there was a figure convention recently. I think it was the Wonder Hobby or Wonder Fest. And yeah, we got to see the prototype of Money and Morpeko. It's on screen now. It looks very, very cool. And
It's a cute design.
half tempted to buy it because these sort of figures usually cost 30 quid in the UK, and I've got the Ash version of it. So yeah, I'll wait to see what the final version looks like, and obviously they'll have different poses and whatnot. But yeah, I'm really liking we're getting a Mining Nendoroid, and it sort of opens the door for more characters to get an Nendoroid. I will say, if we get a Leon one, I'm definitely going to buy the Leon one, and if we get the Rayhan one, you count me in, dude. Apart from that, we are getting some plushies. You got a Galarian Meowth, you got a Clobopus, and you've got a Dreepy. Now, which one would you choose out of the three?
Dreepy is super cute.
Oh,
But I would pick Clobopus.
Oh, it was a tie between Clobopus and Galarian Meowth for me, personally.
Fair enough.
I don't know. The Clobopus is nice and round.
I would get the Dreepy. I'd get Dreepy purely so I could put it on my shoulder and then fire it off at people whenever I wanted to. Like
just like a stress ball, like
yeah.
to drop a Dreepy on them. So yeah, that's it for merch to do about nothing. These plushes will be available at the end of the month, so yeah, good luck getting one. But that's it for me. Any other business? Well, let me tell you. There's something about bus. Do you know what this is?
I do. I think I linked this to you, right?
So one thing you linked to me was the sort of digital Galar expedition guide, which I had no idea about. But they've also started a small YouTube series, which is the Pokemon Bus Tour.
Sam and Mark, who no one outside of the UK will know, but if you were a kid growing up in the UK about 20 years ago, you'll definitely know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Sam and Mark are going on a bus tour of the UK to basically celebrate Pokemon in the Galar region and show all the kind of influence and all the sort of I guess like the design inspiration for a lot of the cities in Galar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't seen the video yet, but have you had a chance to look at the video?
I've not looked at. I've seen the first couple of minutes of the first video just to see what it was all about.
Yeah.
It's really like it's nicely done. And if you don't live in the UK and you don't understand kind of some of the influences and some of the background, it's actually a really interesting way to get to know it. And I hope that when all this ends, this will be a tour that people can actually, like coronavirus ends, this can be an actual tour that people can do because it sounds super cool. But they really are covering like the whole of the UK. Like they're going to Bath, which is in West England, Scotland, which is all the way up in the north, London, obviously. They really are covering kind of every part of the UK.
I was really impressed because I think we spoke. It was very much off air. It was for a couple hours, but we sort of spoke about the Galar region, and you were sort of talking about the geographical locations and how certain parts of Galar really reminded you of things and like houses of where you've lived and where you've been and stuff like that. So I'm very intrigued to see the rest of the country.
We talked about it on our Sword and Shields spoiler cast episode. Do I mean spoiler? Have we done a spoiler cast?
We haven't done a spoiler cast, no.
We should do that.
We should.
Maybe we'll do one. We should do a spoiler cast for the Crown Tundra, like a week after it launches or something.
Yeah, that's what we're doing next week. Well, week after next. Yeah.
Week after next. No, but the actual like influence, like even just the shapes of some particular buildings are literally like for like to real buildings in the UK. It's crazy how identical they are. And like I never had that with a game other than GTA 5, where I was literally, when I went to visit LA, and I was like, this road is literally the exact same road as it is in GTA 5, and like
That's amazing.
I got really obsessive, and Sophie got really annoyed with me. But there are bits of Galar where I'm like, oh, this is like genuinely what it feels like to live in this country, or this like town or this city.
Well, when we got to Winden, I was like, my mind was blown, dude. I was just like, wow, this is really, really like London. Well, Piccadilly Circus, but there was like, you had some elements from different parts of London. But yeah, I was mind blown.
Like, you know, you could recognize Trafalgar Square, and like, even for me, like at the beginning of the game in Postwick, you know, it feels like rural Kent. It feels like the countryside. You know, and obviously Chichester's based on Bath. Like, there's loads of influence from real life places, and you know, having seen some of the brochures that go along with this Pokemon tour series, it's crazy. Like, I've looked at some of the photographs of Bath. I've never been to Bath, but like, just how similar the buildings are. Like the curved buildings that are in the center of Chichester, like that is a physical place in Bath you can go to, and it looks exactly the same. It's really cool.
And I'll never be ashamed to admit this, but you know what? Galar's one of my favorite regions. Full stop. I just love everything about it. Yeah. No, it's a shame that the games don't really do too much justice to the overall experience. But yeah, Galar as a concept, Galar as a, based on what we've seen of Galar, I love every bit of it. It really is the place to be. So yeah, check out those videos. I don't know where you got that guide from. Do you want to tell the people?
If you go and look at any of the videos on YouTube, you can find it in the description. But
It's a very cool guide. I was really happy.
Yeah, there's like an 8 or 9 page like brochure that goes alongside the tour, which is available directly on the Pokemon.com website.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Go check that out. It's
good find. Good find. That's it for any other news.
I'll put it in the comments for the description for the video as well for the podcast.
Oh, good man. Any other comments?
No, it's really cool though. And shout out to Sam and Mark, still having a career,
plugging away.
Good work, guys.
And with that,
deck, watch out.
You know they get 4 tests a week.
What happened to Dick and Dom?
Dick and Dom in the bungalow.
Like there were 3 like pairs. There was Ant and Deck, there was Dick and Dom, and there was Sam and Mark. What happened to Dick and Dom?
I think the less said about that, the better.
Oh, and the Choco Brothers. Shout out to the Choco Brothers.
Well, yeah, rest in peace, one of them.
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. It comes to that one part of the episode where I always ask you where the Helioptile is Pokemon sleep.
No one funded our Kickstarter.
Wait, did we have one?
Yeah, I gave the link out last week, and I put it in the comments and everything. Not a single person clicked on the link.
So are you blaming everybody else for the delay of Pokemon Sleep? Is
that? Yeah. Now I know how like the Pokemon Company feels. Guys, come on. Let's get funding. Let's get
unlike the Pokemon Company, we're down $1 billion at the moment, so we've got some catching up to do. Yeah. So go try find our Fairy Tail Kickstarter page. Hopefully next week we'll have another sort of crack. Oh, the week after we'll have another sort of crack of. Maybe the Crown Tundra's got something about Pokemon Sleep. What do you think?
That would be interesting.
Because if you think about it, maybe Reggie Lecky and Reggie Drago, maybe they're like Pokemon sleeping in their caves or something.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Okay, we'll go with that. And we move on. Sad. This is so sad we're not getting Pokemon Sleep. It's the unknown fact of the week. With that,
another leak this time, which is Nintendo. Sort your firewalls out. But it's a really interesting one. So Gen 6 is where we're going today for this leak. And it turns out that there is source data in the there's data in the Sun and Moon source code that reveals that Nintendo had actually started planning for sequels alleged sequels to X and Y.
That would have been really cool. Because I think X and Y as games, I think there were like templates for games, and whilst there was stuff to do and whatnot, I felt there was a lot that could have been expanded in that game. I think it was their first foray into 3D, and they were sort of finding their feet. but it wasn't until we got Sun and Moon, which did feel like more meatier, sort of complete games, and Oras, which for all intents and purposes is probably one of my favorite remakes of a game.
It's strange to say this,
Hargo
but
and
X
Soul
and Y
Silver.
felt like a bit of a reboot for me.
Oh, it was. I mean, the transition to 3D was a reboot in the sense that they also added new fundamental changes to Pokemon by introducing Mega Evolution. So yeah, it was in a way a reboot because they've shifted away from 2D to proper 3D, which is a big shock, for better or worse, we'll say. But
I mean, it's not a shock to those who played Pokemon Stadium on the N64 like 15 years before. But
core games though.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand to this day why Pokemon Colosseum is not called a core game.
It takes, I can sort
Like
of
it
see
has
the
all
argument.
it has all the points of it has all the bits of a main game. Like it has story progression, it has capturing Pokemon, it has
Well, everything's got
starters.
story progression. Pokemon Conquest has got story progression.
Mate, Pokemon Conquest is mainstream as well.
Yeah, but
You heard it here
no,
first.
it's not a core game though. It's not the core game. It's not sort of the next one in the series. I guess the core, maybe how we can define a core game is that as a game, it introduces a new region. It also has an anime about it, and also has manga about it. I guess that's what we can define as core. I don't know.
Okay, it didn't have anime, but it did have manga. So
Yeah.
Colosseum is still in my head. Should be considered a mainstream title.
That's the unknown fact of the week for me. It had a manga one. That's amazing. That is amazing. But hey, how about this? Why don't we propose this? Give us Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness on the Switch. Just port them. Don't even upgrade them. Just port them. Just give us it, please. Once again, I'm asking you.
We can't be far away from a GameCube emulator being stock on a console, right?
People can do it. I don't know about Nintendo.
No, I guess we got to have N64 first, right? So they've got to put the N64 emulator on the Switch.
But then you won't own it. It'll be like sort of Nintendo Plus games and whatever.
Yeah, in the same way they've got the SNES and the NES
I
games.
want to own it on my Switch.
Sure.
But yeah, I can't have everything in life, and I'm slowly starting to recognize that.
Should we talk a bit more about the league properly and just cover it?
Oh yeah, no, I just thought that was the extent to it. Go on, hit me up.
So basically, what the leak relates to is that there was in the source code references to two different versions of Pokemon X and Pokemon Y that weren't the base game. So in essence, a Pokemon X3 and Pokemon Y4. And there's speculation that we had in Gen 5 sequels, so we had Black 2 and White 2, and Gen 7 we had Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So the theory is that X and Y would have followed suit and had two sequels, X2, Y2, rather than the prevailing popular theory, which would have been a Pokemon Z.
Oh right. And do you think they were doing that to be contrarian then?
Do I think they'll do what? Sorry.
Do you think they were doing that to be contrarian, as in like, oh, everyone expects it, so here you go. How about two more games instead of a Z?
No, I think somewhere along the line, Nintendo figured out that if they made two games, they get twice as many sales from the real hardcore people who want like every single game.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
And to be honest, like those who bought X and Y, not everyone is going to go and buy the sequel. Like not everyone who played Black and White thought, I really need to go and play the same region again and bought Black 2 and White 2.
Oh, they messed up.
Yeah, Black 2, White 2 is definitely the two of the stronger titles in the series.
Mm.
Mainly because N is not as annoying as he is in the first one.
Hey. He's been through a lot, okay?
Not in the second one.
Hey. I'm just saying right now, N's probably one of the best antagonists / arguably protagonists in the series.
True.
Thank you.
That's
been my TED talk.
Extend that to anime as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he's got a cool design. And I've got a figure of N. And I'll stop talking about N. And that's been another week of the PokeRamble Podcast.
Do we want to just quickly say that there are now 6 codes out for Pikachu hats in Sword and Shield as well?
Go on. Hit up the people.
So original cap is Pikachu Gets. Partner cap is I Choose You. Hoenn cap is Pika Advanced. Sinnoh cap is Volt Tackle Pika. Unova is Pika Best Wish, and Kalos is Kalos Pika, using standard convention for mystery gift, which is I is always 1 and O is always 0.
Thank you for
Go
distributing
get
the
your
goods.
Pikachus.
If anyone saw the last stream, I got a shiny Alolan movie Pikachu. But yeah, it's not legitimate, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was a fun moment.
Yeah, it crushed me knowing that it had a weird channel name on it. But hey ho, here we go. It's been another week. We will see you in 2 weeks' time for the Crown Tundra spoiler cast. Till then,
yeah, back at an unusual time in 2 weeks' time. So we will be back at 7:30 UTC or GMT. We will no longer be at BST.
it's easy as 1, 2, 3.
Daylight saving ends. Yeah, daylight saving ends. So make sure that you move your clocks accordingly because we'll be back 7:30 GMT.
Otherwise, where can they find us?
You can find us on Spotify or YouTube or any good podcast platform service. Just search for the PokeRamble Podcast. Or check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/KumailH. That's KUMAILH. And you can either come watch us live, 7:30 GMT from next week, or week after next. Or you can check out the recordings of all of our old episodes, including all the bits that happened before and after the episode, where we do multiple takes of the intro because someone messes their lines up every week.
Hey, one take this week, and I maybe
One take
messed
this
up,
week,
but
one take.
I decided not to redo it. But I've been Kumail. You can find me at Simply Sassy Vids, or you can find me at twitch.tv/KumailH, like the good man said. Same as for my Twitter handle, and yeah, that's all I've got.
And I've been Amit, and you can find me by emailing PokeRamblePod@gmail.com.
Yeah, don't send your spam, please. But yeah, till next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.